All right, so law of sines extra example number 1 is actually number 3 on the back side of your worksheet. Okay, so here we've got angle A, we'll call it 32 degrees. We've got side A, which is 17, and then if I say that this is B and that is C, then side B would be 11. So I need to find, oops, I should have put that in the right color. So I need to find angle B and angle C and side C. So we can set up the law of sines. The sine of 32 degrees divided by 17 is going to equal the sine of angle B divided by 11. Cross multiply. 17 sine of angle B equals 11 sine of 32 degrees. So the sine of angle B is 11 sines of 32 degrees divided by 17. Need to find the angle. So angle B is going to be the inverse sine of that. So let's go to the calculator and let's figure out what that is. So we've got, oops, always does that the first time, the inverse sine of 11, oops, didn't get in there, there we go, 11 sine of 32 degrees divided by 17. Now, mine is in radians, so I need to convert that into degrees by multiplying by 180 and dividing it by pi. That gives me 20.053 degrees for angle B. Now I've got two angles in my triangle, so angle C is going to be 180 degrees minus 32 degrees minus angle B, which was 20.053 degrees. So 180 minus 32 minus my answer gives me 127.947 degrees. Okay, so there's those. Now I can set up a new law of sines. So now I can say the sine of 32 degrees over 17 from my original angle A, side A, equals the sine of this 127.947 degrees over side C. So side C here is going to be 17 times the sine of 127.947 degrees divided by the sine of 32 degrees. So side C is going to be 17 times the sine of my answer in degrees. I like to use the degree, or keep stuff on the calculator, and that allows me to get exact answers. And that should give me 25.2979. Okay? So angle B here was 20.5, oops, 0.05. Degrees. Angle C was 127.95 degrees, and side C was 25.30 units. This is now number 3 on the word problems chart. Okay? So, two fire towers A and B are 30 kilometers apart. The bearing from A to B is north 65 degrees east. A fire is spotted by a ranger in each tower, and its bearing from A and B are north 28 degrees east and north 16.5 degrees west, respectively. Find the distance of the fire from each tower. Well, we first have to draw ourselves a little picture. So, first off, that's going to be the representation of our, here is going to be the fire. This is going to be Tower A and Tower B. Okay? So, north 65 degrees east from A to B. Excuse me. So that tells me, let me get this in here, and then let's go with that color. All right, now that I got them all nice and prettified, okay, so if I'm looking here at angle A, or at tower A, the bearing from A to B is 65 degrees. So this big angle here is 65 degrees, okay? But the bearing to the fire is north 28 degrees. So that one in here is 28 degrees, which would make this one in here, this angle right there, be 37 degrees. Okay? The fire from Tower B is at 16.5 degrees, so this angle in here is 16.5 degrees right there, which makes this angle in here, for this color, this angle right here also be 16.5 degrees based on alternate interior angles. Okay. This angle here is also 28 degrees based off of alternate interior angles. So this whole angle here is 44.5 degrees. Which makes this angle down here be 98.5 degrees, because the three angles have to add up to be 180 degrees. Okay? So now we know that the towers are 30 kilometers apart. Now I have enough information to run my law of sines. So the sine of 44.5 degrees over 30 is equal to the sine of 37 degrees over side A. Also, the sine of 44.5 degrees over 30 is equal to the sine of 98.5 degrees over side B. Crisscross applesauce puts this one at A equals 30 times the sine of 37 degrees divided by the sine of 44.5, which if I typed that into a calculator, I would get that to be 20, that's a bad 2. I would get 25 point, now I made a bad 5. 25.7586. If I solve for side B, over here that's going to be 30 times the sine of 98.5 divided by the sine of 44.5, and I'd get side B here to be 42.3314. Okay? So side A is the distance from tower B to the fire. Side B is tower A to the fire. And we're dealing in kilometers.